All right, let's get right into it. There is a huge, and I mean huge, unavoidable change coming to the U.S. tax code in 2026. And I'm not talking about some minor little tweak here. This is a complete reset that is going to directly hit the financial plans of every single W-2 employee in the country. The time to understand what's coming is right now.
You know, for so many of us, it already feels like we're walking on shaky financial ground. With inflation and the markets, it just feels like a constant battle to stay afloat. Well, this tax reset isn't happening in some far-off bubble. It's landing right in the middle of all this uncertainty, which makes preparing for it absolutely critical.
And look, this isn't just a feeling. The numbers back it up. Data from the OECD shows that the American middle class has been getting smaller and smaller for decades. Back in 1970, it was 61% of households. By 2020, that dropped to just 50%. So the middle class is already feeling squeezed from every direction, and this new tax environment is about to turn up the pressure even more. So, what's behind all this? Well, there's a massive tax law that's basically a ticking time bomb set to go off at the end of 2025. The deductions, the tax brackets, the very rules that you've built your entire retirement strategy around, they are about to change, and change dramatically. This isn't a maybe, it's a certainty.
Okay, let's break this down. The first piece of the puzzle you need to know about is the standard deduction. This is one of the most basic ways people lower their tax bill, and yep, it's changing too.
Just as a quick refresher, the standard deduction is that flat dollar amount the government lets you subtract from your income right off the top. It's the simple option if you don't go through the hassle of itemizing every single deduction like mortgage interest or state taxes.
Now, at first glance, you might look at this and think, hey, great news. The deduction is going up by a few $100s, but please do not let that fool you. This is a tiny, tiny positive in a much larger and, honestly, much more concerning picture.
And here it is. This is where things get really serious. The changes to the tax brackets, this is where the real danger to your retirement plan is hiding. This is the change that can quietly drain thousands and thousands of dollars from your future savings if you're not paying close attention.
Just look at this chart. That marginal rate is the tax you pay on your next dollar of income. For a married couple, once you earn just over $100,000, your tax rate jumps from 12% all the way up to 22%. That's a huge leap. For so many hardworking families, this means a much bigger chunk of their paycheck is about to start going straight to taxes.
So let's be crystal clear here. Your salary could stay exactly the same, but your take-home pay, the actual money that hits your bank account, is going to go down. And less money in your pocket means less money you can put towards your 401k, your kids' college fund, and your own retirement. This is a direct threat to your ability to build wealth.
But wait, there's more. It's not just about the brackets. The entire rulebook for tax credits and deductions is getting a rewrite. We're talking about a complex maze of new rules and expiring benefits that are going to be incredibly easy to miss.
I mean, the whole landscape is just shifting under our feet. Sure, there's a new temporary deduction for car loan interest, which is nice, and HSAs for telehealth are now permanent, which is great, but at the exact same time, those really popular clean vehicle credits, they're going away. It's a minefield of gives and takes.
And folks, the clock is absolutely ticking. That deadline for the clean vehicle credits, it's September 30th, 2025. That is a hard deadline, not a suggestion. And right after that, on January 1st, 2026, those new higher tax rates kick in for everyone. The window to get your strategy in order is closing fast.
Okay, so we've thrown a lot at you. Let's pull all these pieces together. What does this tax reset actually mean for your retirement, for your financial future? How does it change the game?
Here it is, the single most important takeaway. That small bump in the standard deduction we talked about, it's going to be completely wiped out and then some by the jump in the income tax rates. It's the classic case of the government giving you a little with one hand while taking away a whole lot more with the other.
This forces a very serious question, one you really need to ask yourself. With less take-home pay coming in and a tax code that's getting way more complicated, is the retirement plan you set up 5 or 10 years ago really built to handle this kind of shock? For most people, if they're being totally honest, the answer is probably no.
And trying to navigate this new financial world all on your own, it's incredibly risky. You could so easily miss a deadline, misunderstand a new rule, and end up paying thousands more in taxes than you need to. In this new environment, getting professional guidance isn't a luxury anymore. It's an absolute necessity. But listen, not all financial advice is created equal. It is vital that you work with a fiduciary. A fiduciary, like Avi Crane, has a legal and ethical duty to act in your best interest, not their company's, not their own, yours. And when you're facing this kind of uncertainty, that is the only kind of advice you should ever trust.
Look, this tax reset is coming whether we like it or not, but you can be prepared for it. You can take control. You can create a new plan with a professional who is on your side. Reach out to Avi Crane at Alpha Innovation Partners. He's offering a complimentary and confidential consultation to figure this out with you. His email and phone number are on the screen. Schedule that call today and make sure your retirement plan is ready for 2026. Please don't wait until it's too late.